From a Sri Lankan point of view, is it just too simplistic to say that two shocking batting performances, first innings at Galle in the first test and then second innings today, has cost them the series? Or are there wider issues you feel need to be addressed?
Well, I think if we just talk about these two test matches, it's pretty much obvious what you stated, what in terms of the lack of batting quality, decision-making, organisation in terms of plans. In two crucial innings, the first innings, as you said, in that first test, and the second in this one, and that really put them in a position to lose those games. Why that has been happening, especially now, and why are the cracks widening, and we see it more obviously than we did before, and that is the deeper malaise that is in the system itself in terms of our first-class cricket, where our quality is low. We have enough talent and potential, but it is not being refined into ability, and that of course means it won't convert into measurable performances on the international stage.
When you look at England then, by contrast, what have you enjoyed? What strengths did they bring into this series, would you say?
Well, I think starting from the first test, you could see that they were well organised. They had planned very, very well. They had worked on technique in terms of how to counteract the turning ball. They had added new strokes to their repertoire and practiced them so that they were second nature to them in terms of the sweeps, the paddles, the reverse sweeps, playing with the right angle of the bat in terms of whether the ball is turning in or away from you. And also in terms of their bowling, especially with their fast bowling, they've had a very set plan as to how they were going to either attack the Sri Lankan batsmen or how to keep them tied down. And around them, they had spinners that bowled enough balls in the areas that mattered against a Sri Lankan side that was very much looking like novices in terms of understanding the hard graft needed to win test matches. So for in England's terms, they were definitely the better prepared side. And in the context of performances, Joe Root stood head and shoulders and virtually carried the team in terms of the runs that he scored. But everyone around him at one point or another contributed, telling scores, telling wickets, partnerships that really put them in command.
As a student of the game and as a student of batting and technique and method, just how impressed have you been with England's captain with the bat?
He's been extraordinary. I think the improvement that he's shown over the last year and a half has to be deeply appreciated. He's worked very, very hard. And if you really look at him, he's got a very, very basic game plan. He's got a great foundation in terms of control of hands, control of that back hip, back shoulder, the alignment of his body and bat to the line of the ball and where he wants to hit it is beautiful to watch. And then he settles into this tempo where he's never looking as if he's in trouble. He never gets tied down on one side for too long. He's rotating strike with singles, he's sweeping, he's reverse sweeping. And his decision-making was absolutely spot on. So I think for everyone who's watched or played in this test match, Root would be the example to follow as batsman, to understand how to first prepare, then work hard in the nets, and then execute out in the middle.
Kumar, it's been great to have you joining our coverage throughout these two test matches. Thank you very much. Good luck with the T10 in Abu Dhabi. I'm sure you're out of quarantine soon and then on with your new role with Rajasthan. Great to see you. We hope to see you over here soon.
Thank you. Pleasure as always, guys. Enjoy.